Promoting arts by fostering an environment of acceptance, growth, and learning describes in just a few words the mission behind Magic Moments. Now, you know our next guest, Ted Kuntz from his business Renewal by Anderson. But you know what? In his spare time, he helps to change the lives of people living without disabilities through theater or with disabilities. Nice to see you, my friend.
Both, actually.
You're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
He's back again. Share with us the mission behind Magic Moments. I mean, it's a really unique theater group.
It is. So we produce an annual production. It has about 200 folks involved, and the whole point of it was to be an all-inclusive theater company. So we have folks that are able-bodied, but more importantly, have folks with disabilities that take part in a professional production.
How did you get involved in this?
That's a great question. A director that I worked with back when I was, I think, in middle school, kind of approached me a few years ago, well, about 13 years ago now, to come and help do the show, and then I helped write the show, and then I joined the board, and now I'm president of the organization. So. And
you're very, very busy, but I would imagine there's so much that goes on during a show. What happens when you're trying to produce and direct a show? There's so many things to do.
Luckily, I don't have to direct, but I do have my hands in trying to make sure that we have something that's available for people of any ability. So the idea is that we're putting on a show that is not only entertaining to the audience, but tells a story through music, song, and dance, but then also has something for everybody in it. So the mantra was, if you can breathe, we can put you on stage.
Nice. But you still have open auditions.
Absolutely. In fact, our auditions are coming up in November 7th and 8th for this year's production, and the production takes place in March. So there's a pretty long rehearsal period, but it's nights and weekends for about 3 months, and then we do 5 performances at the Anschutz Theater at Kent, Denver.
Very nice. Are there any requirements to be a performer for Magic Moments?
There really isn't, except that you do have to audition. So you do have to come to the auditions, and even if it's something as simple as singing Row, Row, Row Your Boat, in fact, we actually have some non-verbal folks involved in the show, and they come and audition too. They show us what their abilities are, what they can do, and we figure out a way to use them.
That's fantastic. There's so much bonding that goes on with this, and also self-esteem building. What have you seen? I mean, tell me the difference between someone before they performed in Magic Moments and then after a production.
So a lot of folks are, well, so it works both ways. It's folks that have ability, that don't have any disabilities, to folks that do have disability in some way that need to kind of come out of their shell. And when you bring those two groups together, it helps both ways. Ed Reinhardt is somebody that I like talking about because he had a football injury, he suffered a football injury, and the doctors didn't know whether he was going to walk, talk, do anything after that. Over the years that he's been working with Magic Moments, not only is he singing and dancing, but he and his father go around doing motivational speaking.
He was the gentleman that was singing that we saw just a few moments ago.
Just a minute ago, yeah.
Yeah, very cool guy. I remember him. What kind of shows can we look forward to coming up?
Well, this year's show is called It's Greek to Me, so we're doing a mythologically themed show. So, you know, Zeus, Achilles,
wow,
Troy, all of those, and we poke fun at all of it along the way. And so we've got music across the board, from musical theater to common show tunes, as well as contemporary songs that will be used in ways you wouldn't expect.
If someone wants to get involved in Magic Moments, maybe not as a performer, are there other ways they can volunteer or help out?
Absolutely. Check out our website. There's a lot of information there. We take donations year-round, and as you can imagine, this is a pretty costly endeavor.
Right.
Annual production costs run around $70,000 to $75,000, and so we need to raise funds to cover some of that cost. And if you wanted to involve yourself financially, or if you just wanted to volunteer some time, go to the website, click on About Us, find out more about that, and see how you can help.
And that website's at the bottom of the screen there. It's magicmomentsinc.org. Now, talk a little bit about your history with Magic Moments, because I know you've performed too.
Yes,
you've acted in the past.
Once or twice back in the day. That's actually how I met my wife. My
really?
wife, yeah. The two of us were doing the show together, and she was one of the dancers, and I actually was playing a pastor at the time in the show. And so her family has that vision of me as a pastor, and I'm like, oh, if they only knew me.
If they only knew. He's actually a little devil. That's how he ended up with your daughter.
That's right. But so I had been involved in performing on and off for the last 13 or 14 years now.
Very nice. Well, thank you for giving us a sneak peek, and good luck.
Thank you.
Continue success.
Thank you.
If you or someone you know might be interested in Magic Moments, look them up online. Again, the website, magicmomentsinc.org. And there's always a diverse cast from ages 5 to 85 years old. Magic Moments always takes pride in supporting with or without disabilities, amateur or professional, to performers in original music theater productions. It's wonderful. Reach out to them. You'll be glad you did.